Hanging out with WCG, William Clark Green, playing at McNutt Rodeo tonight. Show tonight, and then boy, here in 2 months, you got something big coming out.
Yep, new record.
Ringling Road. Record, yeah.
I'm freaking fired up about it, man. We worked our tails off on it, and we're fired up. I think the release date is April 21st. Does that sound right? 21st.
Sometime in April, I heard.
Yeah, it's we are, and this is the second year me and Randy have come out with the same record. So Randy and Wade's records are coming out on the same day.
Wow.
So
yeah, that's that live.
All My Beer.
Acoustic,
no, it's they were coming out with the. I think people are aware of this.
I'm confused. Inform me then.
I hope I'm not spilling the beans.
No.
They did. No, people know this. They did a record together, Wade and Randy, and it's not like a live record. It's a studio record.
Oh, it's a studio record.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be taken from all them shows that they done.
No, it's a studio record. I've heard it, and it's awesome.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's coming out the same day, so I encourage everybody to buy that one. And if you have enough money left over, buy mine.
And then yours is the follow-up to Rose Queen.
Yep.
Phenomenally successful album for
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, we feel like we've outdone ourselves on this record, but you never know. You could do a record and people could be like, "What the bleep is this?" What have we changed?
Yeah.
We try to grow as much as we can, and we felt like we hit the nail on the head on this record, just like how we felt with Rose Queen, But I feel like this record's a little bit more mature. I feel like the writing's better, and but we'll see what people think. That's in my opinion is irrelevant, and that's kind of the crazy thing about making records is I can sit back and think it's great, but until someone validates it, our fan base validates it, it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Well, you went back to Rachel Lloyd working with her, Mrs. Brian Keane.
Miss Brian Keane,
yeah,
and she's fantastic. She's pregnant again. She's about to pop. So this is the second record
already. I thought she just had a baby.
Well, that's the thing is she was pregnant our last record. So I was like, man, I don't think I bring out some mojo in you two or something. Something's going on. But no, she's got her second child on the way, and they couldn't be happier. She moved back. She was in Nashville. She moved back to Austin. So we got to do a lot of the record in Austin, which was nice because it was easier for her and easier for me, and she's just a sweetheart, man. And it's really cool having a female producer too, man. It's a whole new perspective on certain things that she pays attention to details with, and she's so good at she would hate for me to say this, but she's so good at keeping good attitudes in the studio and being kind of like a bigger sister to all of us,
Yeah.
We all have so much respect for her and her playing, and she really like how a mom does, she really just brings everybody together like at a dinner table, and that's she's great about that and keeping good attitudes in the studio, and sometimes you get tired and you get worn out, and she's good at getting the best out of everybody. And I can't wait to work with her again. If she'll let us, I don't know. I hope I didn't make her too mad on this last one.
And she's a heck of a musician too.
She's
a great
bass
player.
She's like one of the best. She's like one of the best in the country. And to work with her is amazing. And the people she knows is amazing. The amount of the people that she knows have so much respect for her, which is amazing. Because when she first decided to build this relationship, producer-artist relationship, I didn't even know her. I knew Brian, kinda, and so walking into the situation, I didn't know who she knew or what she did. I didn't even know she played bass for Hank Williams Jr. I just knew that she sounded like she knew what she was doing, and I was really excited about her enthusiasm when we first started working on Rose Queen, and then when I met her and seeing all these musicians that she knew and have so much respect for, was just like, this girl's the real deal. I knew she was, but I was uneducated.
And you got Rose Queen out of the deal, now Ringling Road.
Yeah, and hopefully a third one. So we'll see.
Coming out here in 2 months.
She'll want to work with us on a third one.
Well, you've been all around the world. We're going to talk about that here in a bit, but I got to get you to play a song.
Sure.
Since you got your guitar, I want to hear something. William Clark Green joining us here on Kicking Country 103.1.
So this song, we're going to hear it anyways because it's on the record, but this is a song, when we recorded it, I was like, man, are people going to take this song the wrong way? And
there were a lot of songs on the last record that were like that.
This one's kind of like, I don't know, you'll see. But it's this very sarcastic song, and it's about being a poor musician.
Oh, what's it called?
Next Big Thing.
All right. William Clark Green tonight at McNutt Rodeo. He's on Kicking Country 103.1 right now.
Looking back now, it's been about 7 years. Oh, I got to tell this first. Oh. I wrote this song with Ryan Beaver, and I wrote this song with Benji Davis, who's a great songwriter up in Nashville. Anyways, I just think that nice song. Looking back now, it's been about 7 years since I heard the road calling my name and I disappeared. gas in the tank. It's insane what you do for a broken heart and some busted strings. Oh, everybody's saying I'm the next big thing. Pretty little thing wanna talk to me backstage. Little does she know I don't make minimum wage. Smoking mirrors, the truth and lies, to tell the truth. Well, I don't mind you whispering to me. You're the next big thing, what's that mean? Oh, it's hard to pay your dues when there ain't no money in the bank. It's a shame, I gotta make it to the shore, but there ain't no gas in the tank. It's insane what you do for a broken heart and some busted strings. Oh, everybody's saying I'm the next big thing. You're the next big thing, what's that mean? Oh, it's hard to pay your dues when there ain't no money in the bank. It's a shame, I gotta make it to the shore, but there ain't no gas in the tank. It's insane what you do for a broken heart and some busted strings. Oh, everybody's saying I'm the next big thing.
Kicking Country 103.1, William Clark Green, live in the studios, going to be on the new album.
Yeah.
Ringling Road.
Yeah.
Next big thing. So now we've heard two songs. We've heard Sympathy.
Yeah.
Which
is at number 3 right now.
Which we've been playing quite a bit here on 103.1. In case you didn't know.
Much. No, I do know. I do know very much. And you know, that's what a lot of people don't understand. Especially a lot of young bands don't understand how important radio is for success. And without a scene that is supported. You know, Pat kind of came out of the woodworks, and he kind of plowed the way for Texas music on radio, because there was only a handful of stations that were doing a little bit.
I remember that. I remember those days.
There was College Station, Aggie 96 and KRA were doing like
Came from there, yeah.
1 hour, I think, 1 hour.
Yeah, like 1 hour.
Yeah,
on
Sunday nights. Yeah,
Justin Frizzell used to have that show on the Wolf back in the day.
And now, you know, with Pat, Corey and Roger and Randy and
guys,
Wade,
Jack,
man,
Eli.
we have like an official radio game in this business, and it's something other scenes don't have. And without DJs that support it in stations like this, who are 100% Texas music, that did not exist back then. So it makes our job a whole hell of a lot easier. And you know that's true. I mean,
well, I appreciate you saying that.
It's true. I mean,
from our end of things, all you got to do is keep putting out good music. We'll play it. Now that's the deal. Now if you stop doing that, we're not going to play it.
Right, and that's something we take very proudly. But there's so many indie scenes and so many other scenes that are so tough for bands, and they could be the most talented band in the world. But what happens in our scene is there's an outlet. There's a way to listen to what's new, what's coming out, and that's radio, and it's a really cool thing.
That, and also what you didn't have, 15, 20 years ago, we've got Kelly Bridge, who works for us here at the 103.1. She's our social media director.
She's
social media. Yeah, well, she's videotaping you right now.
I'm so glad.
Will's wearing his pajamas right now.
I'm so glad I didn't wear my pajamas today. I was seriously thinking, I was like, man, he told me to come on in my pajamas, but I think that's a setup.
I thought you were joking. You called me before you came over here. I was like,
no, I was
okay,
seriously heart attack. I was seriously heart attack. I was like, man, I'm in my PJs, and like, no one's gonna be there, right? And you're like, no, no one's going to be. I was like,
just our young, lovely social media director over here, Kelly. Yeah, and that's it.
Well, I still wore Crocs, which is, as Kelly would say, a fashion faux pas.
But going back to what we were saying, I mean, you've got other avenues nowadays that you didn't have, like 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, with social media, And social media is huge, and it's so funny because record labels don't know what to do anymore, and it's awesome. It's awesome to have music that's independent and getting out, and that was the one thing record labels had. They had a control on the outlet. Right.
They had
back in the day, you only had three things. Yeah. You only had radio, TV, and print.
And they had all control of it. Yeah. And now, with our scene especially, you can do it independently, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's it's freeing, and Justin Marzell said this. He said, you know, the cream rises to the top, and that's the way the scene should be, and that's the way it should go. And even if we never make it up there, that's fine. It's you know, it's kind of our own damn fault kind of thing. And I think that's a really cool thing about this scene is
Justin Frizzell, by the way, hosted Texas Red Dirt Roads Heard Sundays 5 to 8 right here.
Oh yeah, y'all syndicate.
Yes,
and
just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And he's kind of
cool
like
guy.
he's kind of like the Godfather. I mean, and you were there since the beginning too, back in Ohio Station. It's really cool to see the radio game. I mean, a lot of people don't get how important that is for the scene to thrive. And you know, there's live music in every town, every night, in every city because there's radio for Texas music.
Well, and you guys, I don't want to discount what you guys are doing. I mean, you will play it. You know, you guys are going out there, but it's really up to the people out there if they like it.
And fan base is there's three key ingredients in radio, fan base, and your band, and I feel like those are the three ingredients to success in this business. And
like you said, Justin said, the cream rises to the top.
Yeah.
I mean, a perfect example of that would be the Randy Rogers Band.
Jesus.
I mean, I've known Randy for, I guess going on 13 years now. And I remember the first time I saw him, there were 10 people there, and that's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
Never. I think the first time I saw you, there were 10 people there.
Probably, I think that was that last week.
We'll have more than 10 people at McNutt Road tonight.
Man, that's the crazy thing. We've been doing this for 6 years, and we still have those shows. There's some shows we have great shows, and there's some shows we don't. And we've been hard at it for 6 years. You've seen us since day one.
Yep.
We're about to pass the 300,000 mark in the van, and I'm very proud of that. You know,
how close are you?
285.
Oh, wow.
283. I think we're 282 or 3.
That's coming up.
We're close, but the way we've been packing them on, it will happen soon. So, I mean, it might not happen at all. It might blow up tomorrow. I have no idea what's going to happen to that damn thing.
We'll see if it makes it.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, and speaking of great shows, you weren't here. I mean, you were here not too long ago with Randy and Sean.
Yeah, Randy and Sean McConnell, and that's, jeez. Do you ever hear the story about how that happened?
Okay, I think I heard this. I think you told me this 2 years ago, but I'm not sure our listeners know
so,
this. And I've got a story that add to that, but go ahead and tell you.
My manager called me and said, "Hey, Randy wants you to open up him and Sean McConnell. Him and Sean McConnell are on this acoustic run, and he wants you to open up the show." And I was like, "Yeah,
of course,
are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm there."
He's like, "Cool, it pays X amount of dollars." Like, whatever, don't care, I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
And so I was all fired up about it. I told my family, I told everybody, all my friends, yeah, I'm going to play with Randy for a whole week, and we're doing this tour, and I'm opening up for him. And he calls me, and he says, the phone answered, my phone rang, and it was a 512 number, and
Randy lives in Austin.
And I didn't answer the phone because I didn't have the number saved. And then I got the voicemail, and I checked the voicemail, and I called him right back. I was like, "Hey, man, what's going on?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey, man, I heard you think that you're opening up this tour me and we're going on." And I was like, damn. Like, man, I already told everybody it's going to be so embarrassing.
Yeah,
You know, I'm not.
You'd like to bust it.
Somehow there's miscommunication. Yeah. And I was like, "Man, I'm sorry," but Dave called me. Who's my manager? He called me and told me that you guys wanted me on the show. He's like, "Man, you're not opening. You're playing with us."
Oh man, when you got that news,
I was like, "What the f? You know, what the? Who knows what I said?"
Yeah, but you can't say on the radio.
It started with an F.
Yeah.
And I was so humbled and blown away, and then he invited me back again to do it this year, and it was amazing. So we just came back from doing that.
I think I saw you guys do that the first time in College Station maybe 2 years ago. And I caught Randy backstage when he was taking a break, and the order was Randy played, and then Sean played, and then you played. And I said to Randy, I was like, "Gosh, I feel bad for Will right now." He goes, "Why is that?" And I said, "Well, he's got to play after Sean every time."
Jeez.
But you held your own. Oh,
man, Sean, and that was the first thing. I didn't know Randy.
But here's Randy's response. He said, "Yeah, I designed it that way."
Yeah.
That was my idea.
He did, because I don't even know Randy that well. I maybe spoke a few words to him here and there before, but I'd never hung out with him really. So I walked on the bus, the tour bus that we were on, and I was nervous, and I walk on, and he poured me a shot, and he goes, "Since you're the new guy, you have to go after Sean."
So that's how that works.
And I was like, "Deal, I'll take it." But the funny thing about that College Station show is I see you have a Browns hat on. So
yes, he was there. I met him that night.
There.
Yeah,
Johnny Manziel was there, and my mom has been a supporter of me from like the bleachers on like a different stadium. Like she's been in the background for sure, but she tries her best to keep up with what we're doing.
Yeah.
She didn't really know how serious it was. She thought this was kind of like a fad. Well, she came to that show, and after the show, she goes, "Johnny Football was singing every word to your song. I cannot believe it."
That's great.
I cannot believe Johnny Football was singing. So I was like, That's what it took. It took the guy who wins the best college football player ever to play the game to sing along to my music to take me seriously.
And I appreciate you saying that because I'm an Aggie. I know you're a Red Raider.
Yeah, but I think bygones be bygones. I don't know. I still wish we played each other, but that was A&M. That was a big deal at Tech.
And you spent some time in high school in College Station.
Yeah, I went to high school there, and I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Johnny Football. I still am. I really think he's one of the best quarterbacks, collegiate quarterbacks to play the game. And I think he's going to be a hell of an NFL quarterback. I still have a lot of faith in him.
Yeah.
We'll just see what happens. He has a long road to go.
Talking to William Clark Green, going to be at McNutt Rodeo tonight here in San Angelo. And just one more thing to add to that story in College Station, because Johnny Football showed up at the show, and this is when he was still going to A&M at the time. He hadn't even declared for the draft. And I got to talk to him for like 30 seconds. And you probably know I'm originally from Ohio, so that's why I got my Browns hat on right now.
I did know that, but I'm...
Yeah. And this was way before the draft, like months before the draft. He hadn't even declared yet. And I just got to talk to him for just a little bit. And I joked with him, and I don't know if he remembered. But I said, good luck, and I hope the Browns don't draft you.
Oh, God.
Because knowing the Browns... track record with quarterbacks. I'm like,
somebody's
I don't know if he remembered that on draft night. This guy in College Station told him that backstage at your show. I don't know.
There's only a handful of quarterbacks, I guess, that leave collegiate level and are successful in the pros immediately, and it just takes time. I mean, a lot of guys sit on the bench for years and they get the chance and they just wait for it. It's all based on one game you can kill it and then they're starting quarterback. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of crazy. It's a crazy game, and I'm glad I'm not playing it because I don't want to work out.
Talking about Johnny Football, he only has one way to go anyways. He's hit rock bottom. I mean, he can only go up from here.
Well, his talent level is amazing. I mean, I wanted to dislike him, and I saw a game, and I was like, I mean, you shake your head and just go, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's amazing things. Well, I appreciate you coming by and and sharing stories about College Station and Johnny Football. But you're here in San Angelo tonight, and you'll be at McNutt Road.
Yeah, I'm son of a rambler. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
We're playing tonight, McNutt Rodeo.
Yes, McNutt Rodeo, San Angelo, and then Ringling Road coming out in a couple months. Looking forward to that, but we're looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, and to get out there early. What time?
Whiskey Skyline will be
starting
opening the show. Local band
around 9 o'clock. And they're great guys, man. Great band.
Good band, The Kramer LaBarge, go see him. He's a hell of a guitar player.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So this is the second or third time we played with them at McNutt Radio. So we're looking forward to it. So
Whiskey Skyline.
It'll be live. It'll be loud. So come on.
And Chuck Baker will be out there broadcasting live at 9 o'clock. I know you can't wait to see Chuck.
The best radio voice I think I've ever heard in my life. That man has a voice from God. It's it's radio gold.
Maybe he can sing on one of your albums.
I mean, that would be awesome.
Put him on some harmonies.
His voice is like butter. Ridiculous.
Well, you'll see Chuck there tonight. We'll see you there tonight.
Yeah, it'll be a fun time.
All right, William Clark Green out at McNutt Rodeo, San Angelo. We'll see y'all out there with Kicking Country 103.1.
Awesome.